Yeah.
Or who even me worth mentioning that had a good year like that, or who had a bad year like that. Like some people make the wrap up and it's actually a good thing. Like when I talk about Cardi B this year, it's gonna be good. Everything is positive with Cardi B.
How do you? Does the Dipset reunion, Mase Cam thing?
That's gotta get
because last year I talked about Cam and Jim Jones not being cool and things of that nature. So I'm glad to see them back at it. I'm also glad to see Cam and Mase beefing, so I get to talk about that as well.
And did you see what Mase chose to wear on the Angie Martinez show?
He came there dressed like he was. He dressed like I was like, look at Mase, like he going to hit so.
Yo, what's wrong with him?
Mase, I don't know.
He was dressed like one of them lambskin condoms on the Angie Martinez
No, it
show.
looked like a compression sock.
Is that what it was?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Scuba.
he looked weird. I was like, I know Cam should fry him for that one. I'm surprised he ain't a couple of memes ain't out.
I'm convinced Mase is trolling everybody though.
Yeah,
I'm convinced he wore that craziness on there because people was gonna take it and it was gonna move around.
I think Mase embracing this moment right now. I think he felt like he was out the spotlight for a minute, and I think he's embracing it.
So, like, regardless of how people are taking each move, he's just liking these conversations.
Yes, I think he's happy that we talking about him right now.
Okay. Is that, as an artist, is that something? Because I think that's overlooked by a lot of people in the internet world, the consumers, if you will, the fans of the music. It's overlooked or maybe not even understood how much artists and people behind the scenes kind of plot how they're going to get people to talk about
Oh, of course, definitely. Even me, I'm going to be honest. We're dropping this mixtape. I figured, you know what? We drop it Black Friday. I run around, promote it. Then I know I'm dropping the wrap up like a month later. So I know I'm going to get a lot of talk with that, run around, do some runs, and I still get to promote the project as well. So people that's like, yo, I really like what he doing with the wrap up. Or he got a mixtape out too that might not even know about it. Now go check that out as well.
Let's talk New York rap. All right, I'm sure you're happy with the Fab Jadakiss project.
Definitely, man. I'm happy with New York, period.
The Cam project is amazing.
I'm just happy with New York.
How do you feel about new artists like Tekashi 6ix9ine?
I'm not mad at him. You know why? Because if Lil Yachty could come out of nowhere and start getting a bunch of money and, they just embrace him, and then before you know it, we all embracing them. I mean, as far as we singing it, the kids singing it, things of that nature.
It's moving on.
Yeah, I'm not mad at a kid from Brooklyn doing the same thing, even if it might not be your cup of tea or something that you used to like that. You might have to get used to it because that's the times now. So
things change.
It's changing. So you're gonna love what you love, but you got to learn to like this new stuff too. So
how's the music with that guy?
I've only heard the Cuda record, which the Cuda kid I got put onto his music before. Like he been making records. And
he had a Brooklyn too.
Yeah, he had a Brooklyn too, and then Tekashi made a record called Cuda, and then what's the other record called? That's the bigger one.
What is
Gumbo? Yeah. So look, people like it. They like the energy. They into the record. So we're gonna see where it goes.
You can't be mad at him, and it's Brooklyn. So at the end of the day, I'm happy for the kid. Got a root for him.
You saw Freshers on Eminem's album.
I think that's super, super dope.
Yeah, we all agree.
That's dope. Right? I'm actually a little mad Eminem picked him over me, but
watch out, Fresher. You gonna be in that wrap up.
I'm definitely ain't feeling that, but other than that, I'm happy for him, man. That's good. Fresher a good dude, man. Cool, I'm happy for him, man. That's dope.
Now, hip hop is in an amazing place. I think it often gets overlooked how many artists from New York that grew up here, whether they sound like what people want New York to sound like or not. They're kids that grew up on other things.
You can't knock them. Yeah, it's different. Like I said, it's people in the new things nowadays, man.
Yeah, because you got Ferg, you got Rocky, you got that whole ASAP Mob there and the Calvin Klein ad.
You got the A-Boogies in them. It's a whole bunch of different waves going on.
Cardi, Remy, Lil' Kim, and
different waves.
Exactly.
The females is popping once again heavy.
Don't forget the pro era, the Joey Badass, all that.
Shout out to Joey Badass.
Zombies
that's my guy.
And everyone in Brooklyn. There's a lot of stuff.
And then obviously you got the OGs, the Hove and the
got
Diddy's
the
and
Fabs, the Jadakisses,
French.
Got the Lenny Grant, Lenny Grant, Uncle Murda still out here.
So now when I don't know, we go around the room. Now when y'all hear people be like, New York's not.
But you know what? You don't
I
really
disagree.
Hear that. You don't hear that no more. That kind of really I don't really hear that too much like I used to, in too much conversation as far as
it's starting to. I think
that got kind of played out a little bit as far as New York need to get it back. New York is in a good space right now.
Are you into lyricism? Is that you're a storyteller and like an energy guy. That's always been your thing.
Definitely.
Right? Do you get into lyrics? Is that
Definitely, I appreciate it. That's why I could appreciate what Fab and Jadakiss just did as far as the lyrics. Like, I can appreciate it.
Where do you put Mase as a MC? There's a lot of debate about that. We are not the. I like Mase. I'm fond of him. I never, in all my life growing up as a hip hop head, I remember when I heard Kanye said Mase is his favorite MC of all time. I was like, favorite MC all time.
You can't. I can understand his statement. I think Mase had a good time in hip hop when he came up. When Mace first came out, Murda Mase and all that, doing the mixtapes as far as on the DJ clues and all the old tapes. Mase used to be talking that talk. I don't think he had a long enough run. Then I think he just did too many weird things that just kind of messed up his career.
The leaving and becoming a pastor.
The leaving, the pastor and all that. I think that was like real bad for him.
I think people are having a tough time having someone say they're a pastor but then rapping the way he's rapping, especially more recently, and him being like, "Nah, I'm a pastor."
And then you
still.
see him
It's a different
when he come
kind
up,
of pastor.
and then when he come up there, dressed how he was dressed with the
scuba gear, with the ninja outfit on.
You was really a pastor, man. It's like, you know, he still's a pastor.
Mm-hmm. See,
wow.
I thought when he called up here said he is. I
thought it was over.
Can you imagine what people would be saying, the whispers in the church, if he showed up wearing that outfit to try to deliver a sermon?
That's crazy. I did not know Mase was still a pastor.
He said he was when he talked to us a couple weeks ago.
I mean, I guess maybe there is gangsters in the pulpit, street dudes who are spiritual leaders.
Nah, Mase going to hell.
Oh, wow, really?
I think so. I think
because you can't say you're a pastor.
Yeah, I don't think he's doing it. I think Mase going to hell.
This scorching hot take, literally a scorching hot out of hell.
This is up there with Lin-Manuel Miranda saying Donald Trump is going to hell.
Yeah.
Oh, she said that about.
Wow.